I'm really happy to be here this afternoon, and I'm happy to see so many beautiful faces. I know that 4 weeks passed real quick. Do you agree with that? It seems very long, but trust me, once you get at it, it can move very fastly. And today we want to really give honor where honor is due. We want to honor the government for maintaining this program for 17 years. Isn't that wonderful? And most of the times, I'm sure that you listen to the news and you hear budget cut. But this particular program was not cut. As a matter of fact, over the years, we were able to see the amount, Minister, increase. So that means to say that it definitely has a valuable impact on society, and what we're seeing is getting better every year. Every year we're improving. We're looking at the recommendations that were made from the former reports and trying to apply them gradually to ensure that we can get the maximum success out of this program. And the maximum success means to say that you have been touched in a manner that you can really take your rightful position in this area in society. Am I correct in saying that? If we say that you're ready to go now to the labor market, would you say that's true? I believe so, and I believe not only in that area, but other areas as well. Areas, for example, where we want to focus on accountability. Would you say that you're more accountable? Yes. Integrity, you're reliable, you're motivated. I don't want to say innovated, because innovation, I mean, when we think about young people, they're the most innovative persons that we can actually come about. And we've had that experience over the years, and this year has been exceptional with the students within our department. And result-oriented, they also came up with solving problems. Some of you have been asked to solve problems in the department, right? Yes, and that's important. And so this afternoon, we really want to say a great big thank you for believing in this program, for first of all, filling out that application form and wanting to be part of the Business Outreach and Placement Program and being a great example towards your peers in this community. So you can give yourselves a round of applause for that.
102 BOPPers. We just introduced a new word, Excellency. Good afternoon, Excellency. Isn't it a wonderful closure? And has Youth Affairs been smart to indeed ensure that the Czech part is included in this closing ceremony? Very smart. And they deserve a warm applause for what they have accomplished thus far, because so indeed, it is an excellent turnout, and it feels as if I was in your shoes like yesterday. It's been a long while ago. However, I've also done an internship years ago when I completed my tertiary education. I did an internship for my thesis for the St. Maarten Medical Center, and also had the opportunity to do a program and have a little side assignment with government for the Department of Social Affairs. So I was just reminiscing, like, well, it's almost like more than 30 years ago approximately, so I'm getting indeed part of the seniors group. I'm sure you learned a lot, right? Of course, to enhance your professionalism, to sometimes be ready for the labor market, to sharpen your choices in terms of how you want to further advance and have indeed your choices in terms of your tertiary education. What did you learn? How many of you know the budget of the department or the organization that you work with? How many of you know the services that your organization provides? It's getting better. How many of you know the team that you work with by name? It's getting a lot better. And whom of you would like to be indeed maybe a minister or a department head or maybe the secretary general? Or because, great, in the making, excellent. Because this is of course to build your character and to build your leadership skills. And government is the biggest employer on the island, so therefore we cater to the 79 of you. We had 102 students, but 79 with government as the biggest employer on the island. And 26, 23 in the private sector is also a great accomplishment for this year, for this growing 17th anniversary of BOPP. It's wonderful. So that means that you have your backpack filled with new experiences, with new wisdom, and indeed maybe with better direction in terms of how you would continue. I also enjoyed one of the BOPPers in the staff bureau of the Ministry of Education, Culture, Youth and Sports. I don't know whether Naima Hickinson is here. Well, there she is. Yeah, you may stand because I really enjoyed your smile. Yeah, you can be recognized. We really enjoyed to work with you and to teach you some of our skills and explore and transfer some of the knowledge and the tasks that we perform on a daily basis. And we even extended Naima's stay because, you know, sometimes indeed you need that check maybe to go on a little holiday, but sometimes indeed to also assist you with your further education or other type of needs. So we know that you have needs and to grab this opportunity. To grab this opportunity to further strengthen and develop yourselves. We really enjoyed the time with you, and we've expressed indeed by saying we would like to even continue a little bit more in the interest of government and to enhance our service level with your skills, but also to give you indeed a continued opportunity. I'm very happy that we started today with the younger generations, with the Brain Gain project. That's also for younger generations and opportunities to further enhance yourself and create gainful employment. And I'm also very happy that we conclude this business week, this work day, with the younger generation, such as the BOPPers as well. Thank you for the opportunity, Faye, and congratulations for your the completed program.
When I glance the room, I'm sorry, I'm an educator by profession, and I see former students. And it's a joy and it's happy to have you be a part of this program, and that you took the initiative to be a part of this program. When I entered the room and I was touching my shoulder and I looked around, I couldn't help but hug Julian, and I said, Julian, I did not see you. Where were you? He was all over. And we were happy to have Crystal in my cabinet. She spent a couple of days with us. The best part of this program for me, experiencing it for the first time, was seeing these young individuals inside the government administration building. And your spirit brought life, it brought happiness, and it brought a sense of youth inside of our building. See a lot of old folks in there, really. So I was happy to pass you on the corridors, and then one time Crystal came in, she was working along with Lorraine, And I said, that's one of my former students. So I'm happy that that happened. And first, I want to congratulate the Department of Youth Affairs for a successful execution of yet another year of the 17th anniversary of the BOPP program. Let's give them a big round of applause, please. On behalf of the government, I will also say the Prime Minister, my colleague ministers, I'd like to say thank you to all the departments as we cater to 79 students within government. Thank you for those departments who ensured that our young individuals get to experience working in government. And who knows, not who knows, I know many of them will be back. Also to the private sector for the 23 students that you had within your various companies, I will say thank you. Because for the private companies, it might be an opportunity to see this is an individual, whether in a year or two or immediately, I would like to have as part of the organization. But also that you allow the experience for this young individual to see what it is to work within your company. And they may aspire to return and be a part on management level of that particular company. For the students, I would like to say, the young individuals, because once you're working, I'm going to say young individuals. The opportunity that was allotted to you is one that I want you to take with much gratitude. Many do not get the experience of certain work fields. Now you have the choice to say, hey, I was in the Department of Health, but I've realized that that's not really the field I want to be in, and I had a touch of education. That is where I want to continue my studies. Or that's what I like to work now in the labor market. And to me, that opportunity that was allowed to you, where you can make choices towards your future career and your future studies, is one that I think and I want you to take deepen within your heart so that you can continue on further. This experience is like none other, because only when we truly experience hands-on can we make the choice towards what we ourselves totally, completely, truly enjoy and love towards our career. Now, I see Makeda. Am I missing any of my former students? I do have to single you out. I see you. You see, I'm so young that they forget me. Why did you turn around, Sweeney? See how good my memory is? I'm only 26. It's a pleasure to see you grow. The reason why I asked that, because when I saw Crystal and Julian, it brought so much joy to me to see them grow, and I had them very young. I had Julian at age 6, Julian? Age 6, 7. To see that Julian now is a young working individual, had that opportunity to do so, it brings great joy to me. Once again, congratulations to you for making this step towards your future. Congratulations and thank you to the Department of Youth. Thank you to the companies in the private sector that contributed towards this BOPP. And I said thank you to the various departments within government in the continuation. And we're on to 50 more years of this program. Thank you very much.
Not so many words. Honorable Minister, SG, colleagues, students, young individuals. The word says it all: inspiring, educating, and empowering. I think that is indeed what we do, and we did. With our students that at Facility Services, I don't have no words. I want you guys to come in front here. Yep. Yep. One. I was so impressed with your guys' work. And not only that, we had a training for you guys, but what we also did was coaching. We coach you guys a lot on, you can stand from that so you don't have that in your face. We coach them also on their attitude, their posture, the smiling, the services. What a lot of people don't know is what facility management is all about. And they had the chance to get in touch with every piece of government. Every piece of government, even to serving the ministers. We're in charge of the car fleets of the government. We're in charge of all the buildings, all the security guards, all the cleaners from the school, all the cleaners from the building, central purchasing, make sure to buy from pen to cars. They had all aspect of that. And with that, I am so happy that I decided we must give them, next to the BOPP certificate, they will get a certificate from Facility Department. Vanessa Jean. This little lady wants to be a model, and she invited me and my wife to see her modeling in New York. Crystal Blanchard. Katiuska de la Cruz Rodriguez. Now, this young man wants to impress me every day. And sometimes when he wants to explain something to me, he uses his hands. Like this and that. And Jeffrey Williams. This young man in 2 weeks' time mastered that completely. D'Angelo. I am so impressed that I see so many. Come guys, I wish you guys could have stayed longer in my department, but as I said, you can achieve anything that you want, and it is not what you say counts. It is how you say it. All right? This certificate is a certificate signed by the Secretary General of General Affairs, signed by the head of Dienstmiddelen Ondersteuning, and signed by myself as head of facility management.
I don't know if Mr. Martina was listening to my mind, or but I think it's important to give honor where honor is due as well. And this afternoon, before I give the vote of thanks, I really want to call the team of the Department of Youth Affairs to the podium, including the students and Shirley. It's very important. Nicole, Elmora. You know, we're halfway. I would say we're almost in August, right? So we've already covered 6 months. Yeah, July is 7 months, right? Yeah. 7 months, and you know, there's all departments and divisions have what you would call a division and a department plan, and so they have objectives that they have to to be able to finalize. And I really want to thank, I would say, a purpose-driven department this afternoon for a job well done thus far. And with reinforcement from the students from the BOPP as well for the last month. Really, when I say purpose-driven, I really mean that, because when you call this team together, they don't ask questions, they go for it. Simply go for it and put everything into it. You know, I have not seen a day that these ladies have been discouraged. Am I correct? Not really. Sometimes, you know, we kind of, sometimes things get a little edgy, but we pick up and we move on. And this afternoon, I really want to publicly acknowledge my gratitude towards my department for the work and the effort that they've put in. One of the things they realize, it's not about us, it's about St. Martin, and that's important. And this afternoon, I want to really thank them with a little token of appreciation, and I want them to put it on their desk because it reminds them of the purpose that we have to accomplish in this nation, because the youth are the key. If we don't prepare them for the future, then we might as well forget about us St. Martin. And so it is very important for us to understand that we need to be committed and always purpose-driven towards the development of the children and youth of this country. So this afternoon, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and continue to do and what you've purposed in your heart to do for the advancement of this country, St. Martin.
Shamina, we want to thank you for being a very good and supportive department head.
Listen, all I need is your support. I don't need any gifts. That's okay. You know, but we understand that gifts have its time as well. So this afternoon, I'm going to ask you to open your gifts and read what's on it. That's important. That's important.
I would like to present you with a certificate of appreciation on behalf of our ministry, Education, Culture, Youth, and Sports, for commitment for the past 3 years for BOPP. And we look forward to having many more years of collaboration with Simpson Bay Resort. So if you can convey that to Mr. Javois and his superiors. But we do appreciate your efforts that you have made with our children, with coaching, with teaching them the necessary skills. And we want to say that without you, BOPP wouldn't be BOPP as we know it. Okay, so let's give Ms. Brooks an applause.
We too would like to extend gratitude to you for having invited us in the program. We know when students, or matter of fact, anybody comes in, they hear about a hotel, usually don't say resort, you say hotel on St. Martin, they think about cleaning. That's basically what they think about. But none of the students did that, but they had a vast amount of experience. Who didn't put up lights with electricity, learned that in one department, they're all connected. No department works on its own. So that was a very good experience. We also kept on one a little longer. And I'm sure the students appreciated that what they received there.
Thank you, Miss. I gave you the wrong one. Thank you. And did you all hear that great news? Somebody was retained from the BOPP. So BOPP pays. It pays for the balance of the vacation. It doesn't matter. Some were offered jobs for the long term, and it pays to stick with BOPP, and tell your friends about BOPP also.